Hi, this is a video for making the Pillowcase project for Fremont Christian School during our distant learning program. I'm going to go through the directions. Find your direction sheet. It looks like this. I'm going to ask before you start this project that you watch the professional video that I loaded into the lesson, where a young lady will show you the entire project from start to finish. She has some great visuals and demonstrations in there that I know will be of a great help to you. Then you may watch mine to do it step by step. Because you're at home and not at school, I've done some of the steps for you, and so our directions will change just a little bit. But let me talk through what I've done so far. So we're looking at our directions, and we're looking at step one. I have pressed your fabric, okay? I have cut a 24-inch piece by the width of the fabric. Here was the width of my fabric when it came off the bolts, and then I cut it 24 inches long. Okay. Then I took the top of my pillowcase, and again it came off the bolt, folded, and I cut the width. I cut a 12-inch strip of this. That's 12 inches. Then this is going to be my accent piece, and I cut a 2-inch strip, 2 inches of this piece, again by the width of the fabric. Then I laid them all out on my cutting table, and I did number step 13 already for you because you will not have a rotary cutter at home. So your pieces should already match. So keep that in mind as you're putting them together. Okay, I am going to move to step number 5. I have my 2-inch strip. I've gone to the ironing board, the iron, and with the raw edges together and the right side out on the outside, my wrong side is in the inside, my right side's on the outside. I've pressed it exactly in half. I can't impress upon you enough. You need to do this exactly in half. Okay, that's step number 5. When you're done, you're going to come back to your work area. Get mine a little clearer here, and I'm going to lay out my main body fabric with the right side on top. Now be careful, some of you are using directional prints. Like I believe the pigs only go one way, the jungle babies only go one way. So make sure that at the top of your workstation you have your jungle babies and your pigs right side up as you're looking at them. I'm going to take my accent strip and I'm going to lay it down on the table, getting my raw edges even at the side and at the top. Okay, at the side and at the top. Now I'm going to put a pin in that. Where did my pins go? Oh, they're right here. Okay. You probably saw them sooner than I did. I'm going to put a pin right in the end of that to hold that. Okay, I'm going to lay it down on the table. See if I move down here, if you can see the edge of that fabric. I'm going to keep matching my raw edges and pin. And I'm pinning perpendicular to the edge of the fabric as I go. Matching my raw edges. Keep pinning. When you pin, be careful that you're not allowing this top piece to slide down. Keeping my raw edges even. Okay. Almost done. I'm probably spacing my pins about 4 to 5 inches apart. You don't want to get much further apart than that or it won't hold. Notice that I've got a little excess over here. That's not a problem of my accent piece. I can just take a pair of scissors right now and cut that off, even that up. I must have not did an accurate job of cutting the first time. Okay, we have that pinned. I'm going to lay that back in my work area. Some of you, I notice, you maybe have your sewing machine in a little cramped up place. You might need to, for this project, move to a bigger area where you can use the kitchen table or counter or something. Now I'm going to take my accent piece. This is step wait a second. Number 5, I folded up the accent piece in half. I've opened up the main body on number 6 and laid it on the table right side up. I've placed the raw edge of the accent piece on top of the body and I've pinned at both ends. Now I'm going to open up the case, the cuff. This is step number 8. Now my cuff is really hard to tell, but this is the right side, this is the wrong side. There's not much difference. One is a little more vibrant. I'm going to lay the right side down on top of my project. Again, I'm going to match the corner and the top, the raw edges. And I'm going to pin that. Just as I go, I'm removing my pins and now I'm placing it through all layers of the fabric. Keeping my raw edges even. If I've cut correctly, again, I've already done step number 13 for you. This should come out with even at the sides again. Excuse me. Okay, I'm going to lay it out so you can see it. So now you just see my red fabric on top of the green. If I were to fold it out like the pillowcase was done, it would now look like this. It's really hard to see. This will show more than that, but you can see my accent piece in there. Okay, so that takes you steps 1 through 8.